Okay, we are live. And Facebook is up and running. I always check. Sometimes it does crazy things, but we are good to go. So we will get started. People can join us. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us today for our network welcome. My name is Jamie Chavez. I'm the president and CEO of the Westminster Chamber of Commerce. And every Wednesday, we bring to you a live broadcast featuring one of our newest members so that they have a chance to introduce themselves and talk about their business and what they bring to the community. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. Thank you for being here. If you are on Facebook, you can like our page and follow us so that you get notifications for when we go live in the future. And if you're on YouTube, you can hit subscribe. All of our previous broadcasts are stored on YouTube, so feel free to watch back years and years worth of these if you want to learn more about businesses in Westminster. We also offer broadcasts on Monday, which are all about city updates. And so we have interviews with our mayor, councilors, and key city staff. So stay tuned to those for your chance to hear more about what's going on down at City Hall. And as you watch this broadcast this morning, please feel free to engage with us, ask questions, say hello in the comments, just make any comments you'd like. We'll get to those during the interview. And I think that's all my housekeeping. So finally, a warm welcome to Jen with Bon Vivant Travel. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. How's your week been so far?
Been a good
I just saw you yesterday, so I feel like we already talked.
And tomorrow too.
1 week. Yeah. And you've got your ribbon cutting coming up too. So we'll talk about that at the end. But don't let me forget. We want to invite people to that. But I'm just going to turn it over to you and let you talk about your business and, the name of your business, Bon Vivant. We want to hear about that. And just let us know what you're doing and how you can help people.
Yes, thanks for having me. So I'm Jen. I'm the founder of Bon Vivant Travel Co. A Bon Vivant is someone that enjoys a social and luxurious lifestyle, and that's what I love to bring to the table and what I really love to help people achieve when they're traveling. It could be a little misleading where some people think it's all about luxury, and I think that travel should be for everyone. So I really try to help as many people as I can. We are a bespoke, full-service travel agency, so anything and everything from cruises to all-inclusives to more of that luxury private experience as well.
Amazing. So as you mentioned, Bon Vivant kind of refers to someone who enjoys like the nicer things in life. How do you think that philosophy influences the trips that you plan for folks?
It's about the relationships that I build with suppliers and destinations. Every week I meet with people either online or in person, or even when I'm traveling, I go to them. And it's all about, traveling is about this relationship building, and it's about the experience that the travelers receive at the end of the day. Because these suppliers want to give our travelers and our clients the best experience possible. So we keep sending business their way. So it's all about that really curated experience, high touch value that we add.
Awesome. What do you think makes Bon Vivant Travel Company your approach unique?
I would say it's about, like I said, the personalized service, but also I've been in the hospitality industry my entire career and worked under some amazing names, Michelin trained. So I definitely add that that little special touch where I'm exceeding the expectation before I even know about it. Of course, someone's knocking at the door right now.
We've got the dog aggro happening. Yeah, I get that. That's okay. We'll just push through. I am curious about the Michelin train. We're going to have to talk more about that because that's one thing that I really enjoy when traveling is seeing what Michelin restaurants are in the area and, seeing if I can get in.
Yeah, right.
For sure. So what kind of travel experiences are you most passionate about helping clients with?
I love helping anybody that just wants that high touch experience where they just are like, I want to go here, but I don't know where to start. And then I'm just like, I'm literally gathering all of the pieces and I'm putting it together. Some people are just like, like I want to go to Vietnam, but I literally have no idea where to start. So I'm just like, okay, well, what do you want to do and what do you not want to do? And that can go for every destination. That could be for Europe or Fiji, what have you. And then I build it around what they're comfortable doing and what the outcome of their trip is. Like, what do they want? Do they want to be fully relaxed? Then I know not to stack up their itinerary. Do they want to have adventure? Then I know, like, okay, let's do this, let's get out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I have always used a travel agent for travel. I just see the value in having someone else be the point of contact for all of these things. And I think it helps, especially if you're a business owner or a parent, you have so much going on, having somebody to do that for you and keep all that information for you and tell you too, like, these are some recommendations, these are some things to avoid, because it's such a big world and it's hard to know what you're getting into. So always have been a big advocate for using a travel agent in travel for sure.
Well, I say thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So what do you think separates like a good vacation from an unforgettable travel experience?
I think it's all about the outcome that you want to receive at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So for me personally, like I like to mix things high and low. I like to have a little bit of adventure, but also relaxation. And that's how I build my trips. And then, just go from there, basically.
Yeah.
When I travel with my son, it's a completely different experience. So it's all about figuring out what that is.
Yeah, definitely. We'll talk about traveling with kids too, but do you think that travelers today are looking for different types of experiences than they were even like 5 or 10 years ago?
Yes, definitely. The younger generation, the Gen Zs, they are looking for experiences in life in general over like material possessions, and they want to like bank on those and keep all of that, and travel with children too. People want to expose their children to more culture and history and experiences than like sitting on a cruise ship, which isn't bad. Like we can do that too.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so it's all about that for sure. People are looking for
Yeah.
that.
So if you've got younger kids, like say under 8 or so, what are your recommendations for good places, good kid-friendly vacations?
Um, Out of the country, I like to always introduce Mexico first. I feel like it's just such an easy commute from America to get to Mexico, and the resorts are safe and secure, and you get that dip your toe in culture and language barriers, and comfortable food like tacos but isn't too like strange and bizarre. So definitely that. Another one is I took my son to Ireland when he was 13, and that was like his first taste of like a long haul flight and um, not accents, but not a foreign language. So it was, not too culture shock for him, not too
Yeah.
much culture shock.
This is so random, but that just reminds me, my kids have been exposed to Spanish. I speak Spanish. I've never really talked to Spanish in them, just like here and there a little bit. But now they're in school, so they're getting Spanish at school. And every time they hear a different language, no matter what it is, they think it's Spanish because that's like, it's the only other language that they've really been exposed to. And so they're just kind of figuring out like, no, there's so many languages.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely exposing kids at a young age that's always been something that's important to me too. That will make them into good little travelers, and it can be hard, and it's a lot of luggage, and it's a lot of crying, and
Hmm.
it's a lot of trying to figure out what you're doing with these kiddos. But I think it's so important for them to be exposed to travel itself and to cultures at a young age.
Yes. Builds that curiosity.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think that are some ways that people can make travel just a little bit more meaningful rather than simply just like checking off something on their bucket list?
Yes, I am very much a proponent of do not overstack your itinerary. Have a list of things that you want to do and that you have to do, and then build around that. But also have experienced people like guides that are actually teaching you something, because you're going to retain that information as opposed to just looking at like a Mayan ruin. You're going to remember that, but the story that comes along with that is, in my opinion, I feel like more valuable than just seeing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone's making a comment here. Oh, we got Nina, thanks for everybody who joined us today. We'll say hi to Dave, Emilio, Parker, and Nina. Thank you all for being here with us. So I want to do like a few different recommendations for you. So if budget was not a factor for somebody, what's one trip that you think that everyone should experience at least once?
Oh, definitely. I love Paris, and that's one where if you didn't have a budget, you could really go all out. And I just recently came back from Vietnam, so definitely adding that as well as Japan. Japan is without a budget, you can have a lot of fun.
Yeah, amazing. Japan's definitely on my bucket list. I've been to France. I have not been to Paris. I did like some coastal towns. Nice was amazing.
Love me.
But yeah, Paris is on the list too for sure. Yeah,
Mhm.
and Japan. I cannot wait to go to Japan. That might be my next big thing.
Yes.
And what's the most incredible destination that you have personally visited? Where's your favorite?
I love Morocco. I went a couple years ago. I'm thinking about going at the end of this year. It's just, I get chills when I think about like what I experienced when I was there. And it was all stuff that I didn't even expect that was going to happen. It was, I actually went on a yoga retreat, and
Oh, fun.
I came away with so much more than just like a yoga experience. It was the culture and the history and the people and the hospitality. It just blew me out of the water.
Oh, that's amazing. Are you a big yogi?
I love yoga.
Awesome. Do you think that there's a place like if you're on a budget, what is like a budget friendly vacation?
Vietnam surprised me at how affordable it is and what you can get for your money. You can go all out luxury with Vietnam, and just, or you could go like a bowl of pho is like $1, or like a luxury hotel you can get for $500 a night, which is expensive for some people, absolutely. But even like a run of the mill hotel is really affordable on the beach. So that really surprised me.
Yeah. What's the most complex itinerary that you've ever put together?
A couple come to mind. I had a honeymoon last year. It was almost 20 days all through Italy and
Oh,
France
that's a good
at,
honeymoon.
yes, Michelin starred restaurants, Michelin keyed hotels. This January, I did a surprise birthday. The wife bought her husband a surprise trip, and they did 18 days in Bora Bora, all over the French Polynesia. So it was Bora Bora, Tahiti, Moorea, and it was all about diving and dining, and it was just epic and amazing.
Yeah. Diving and dining sounds like exactly my type of vacation. And that was actually, I'm glad that you said that, because I was going to ask you, for someone like me, when I travel, I want to go scuba diving. A lot of times that's why I'm traveling, is to go scuba diving. And so, are you able to help plan with those types of details as well?
Yes, and there's companies like in Denver specifically where they will arrange your dives, or I can do that for you. Full service planning. I literally do everything from the minute you call me to the minute you get home. Book your restaurant reservations, spa reservations, book your in destination transportation, the hotels. It's basically everything, the whole shebang.
Do you think, I'm going to ask this one later. I'll remember
Yeah.
it. But I'm curious if you've ever had to, so travel, obviously, things happen, right? We have things go wrong while we're traveling all the time. And this is one of the reasons that I think using a travel agent is just imperative, because stuff goes badly wrong. Have you ever had to rescue a vacation when something went really wrong, and like what happened?
I have not, knock on wood. Sorry.
Whoops.
So luckily I have not.
That's good.
Yes.
I had a vacation once where, oh gosh, I feel like something happens wrong every time. One time our entire group's luggage was lost. We were on a trip to do heli-skiing in Canada, and everyone's luggage was lost, including boards, everything. It was on a plane to California. By the time they got the stuff back to us, we were leaving to come home. And so that was nuts.
Oh no.
Gosh, I've had flights that were missed. I almost missed driving. We had a rental car that we had to put on a ship to go, I think, from Victoria to
Oh, like a
Vancouver.
ferry?
I can't even remember. Yeah, like the car ferry. Almost missed that once. And so things just go wrong. And it's just really nice to have somebody to call and be like, can you figure this out? Especially when there's a language barrier.
Yeah, for sure. Or just like the infrastructure is not what we're used to in America. We're so privileged to have what we have. And when you go to a foreign country, you're just like, oh, wow, like they drive on the other side of the road or there is no road or what have you, which is one reason why I love working with our destination experts. They're in destination and they're there to guide you and pick you up and take you where you need to be.
Awesome. What do you think, what surprises people most about like what goes on behind the scenes when you're planning a trip?
I think it's the amount of work that actually goes into creating, a luxury experience. It's not just, I hate to know that people use like ChatGPT to create an itinerary. And it's like, you're just getting old information that isn't going to help you or save you. So it's just, I'm there to like, make sure all of the pieces are set in place, that the timing looks right, that the vendors are there. For instance, I have clients that are leaving next Monday for a trip that we've been planning since August, and it's all over Italy, and it's 5 people. So it's a lot of moving pieces and a lot of moving parts, and like all of the restaurant reservations, like you don't want to go to Italy in the height of summer without restaurant reservations because you're going to be very disappointed. And like
you're going to walk around a lot and you're going to sweat a lot.
Yes. And you're going to get frustrated. You're going to fight with your spouse or your mother-in-law or whoever it is you're going with. So, I mean, I spent probably 3 hours just making restaurant reservations on Sunday. So it's just, and it's like, they don't have like Open Table and Resi like we do here in America. You're messaging people on WhatsApp or through Facebook or Instagram. And so it's just like a lot of, checking the boxes and making sure that everything lines up.
Yeah, for sure. And I kind of want to go back to like how do you think that travel changes people? Because I think it changes people and it just kind of does a lot. So what do you think about that?
Oh my gosh, in so many ways. Like you see how other people live and experience life. It's just so eye-opening, food and culture, music. When I was in Morocco, there was a day where we were in the Agafay Desert. It was a whole day experience. And then we had dinner with some Berber people. And it was just like this amazing experience that just will forever sit in my heart. And I just want to experience more of that. It makes me want to like experience the next culture and the next culture and share it with the world and share it with my son and just get to encourage people to get out there. I couldn't imagine like never going on vacation.
Oh yeah. I think one of the coolest experiences I ever had, and this was completely random. This one we actually did just kind of someone in town referred us up to this place, but we were in Croatia and we were on the island of Vis, and we asked someone like, where should we go eat? And we just happened to run across somebody that was willing to share this information with us, and they gave us direction up. We had to drive up this mountain, this like island mountain, pretty far. We had no idea where we were going. And when we got there, it was just this little house. But we went in, and it was there were probably 2 or 3 tables in like the dining area of this little house, and there really was no menu. You got like just what they brought out, and it was all family style, and it was the most amazing spread I had ever seen. Everything was so good. And then at the end, the like owner of this restaurant or this house, this chef, he took us into his kitchen, and it was just incredible the way that he was cooking. And it was so different than what we're used to here in the US, where we've got all the regulations and we've got like, these are what you can do and can't do. And this guy was just making food in his kitchen, and it was amazing. And so that was just one of those experiences that kind of changed me and just made me look at restaurants differently.
Right. I love that for you.
Yeah. What have your own travels taught you about the world?
To just slow down. In America, we're just so everything's just fast paced, and what's the next thing you got to do, and,
Yeah.
the checklist that you have to finish. So it's all about that slowing down, like I go back to Vietnam because I was just there. So I think of one day I was out by myself. It was early morning, and all of the locals were out doing their shopping for the day, buying the local fish from the fishermen. And
Yeah.
I just walked down this alley, and it's this old man like sitting on his stoop, and he's sitting there smoking a cigarette. And he like says, "Xin chào, xin chào." And I was just like, he just smiles at me and like is so excited to see me walking down the street. And I'm like, "Xin chào." It was just like one of those, like, it was just so heartwarming. And I wish more people would and could experience that.
Yeah, definitely. One time I have all these stories. I don't know why they're coming out now, but you're reminding me of a lot of things. One time in Turkey, I hope I haven't told this before. In Turkey, we were at this like Turkish bazaar, and we were in this one little shop and talking about the owner asked where we were from, and I said Colorado, and he said, "Oh, I have a home in Colorado." And so it was just so random. You can connect with people that he was Turkish, like he lived in Turkey, but he also had like a vacation home in Colorado. So
Oh,
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah, just getting to know people on your travels is always fun.
Yes, absolutely.
So a lot of the people watching, obviously, chamber members are business professionals, business owners. What advice do you have for balancing for balancing travel with like being able to, honestly, because when you're a business owner, as you know, and people watching know, it's hard to get away. Like
Yeah.
we don't always prioritize our travel and our experiences as business owners. So what advice do you have for them?
Well, it's the same thing that I encourage like anyone to do, whether you have a business or not, is think about the future. Like think about like milestone trips that you want to do for like your milestone birthdays, and plan your destinations around like years. You know what I mean? So like when I'm 50, I want to do a safari. So I'm like planning all of that ahead of when the years come. So that's
Yeah.
how I like to think about it.
Yeah. It looks like we have a question from Dave. Any recommendations for traveling internationally with dogs?
Um, I have not experienced that personally on my little juicy girl over here. She gets the pleasure of staying home.
Yeah.
And I haven't had any clients yet, but I do work with an agency that has a lot of experience with traveling with dogs. I know we work with some airlines that do travel, that you can have your dog right there in the seat next to you. But that is something that I would have to research for sure. But obviously, hotels are welcoming of dogs. Paris, Italy, they welcome them right into the restaurants.
Awesome. Yeah. I've also never tried to travel with a pet, so I don't have any recommendations there either. All right. So let's ask just kind of some fun questions here. When you travel or when you book for people, like, do you prefer the window seat or the aisle?
Oh, I like the aisle.
You're an aisle person?
I am.
I like the window. I don't tend to get up very often, and I like to be able to see out. What's the strangest or most unique thing that you've ever eaten when traveling?
Eaten? Um, Once again, there was some things I ate in Vietnam where I didn't know what it was. I just popped it in.
That's fun,
Ireland
right?
had some like strange sausages and stuff. And then Mexico too, there's always, some innards that I don't really care to eat, but out of respect, I will.
Yeah. I'll try everything once, anything once. In Peru, I ate a lot of alpaca, which I did not anticipate. But when I got there, it was like on everyone's menu, and they eat a lot of alpaca there. And honestly, it was like the best meat I've ever had.
Oh, wow. Was it very lean?
Was it what? Sorry.
Lean? Like no
It
fat?
was lean. It tasted like beef, but like very rich beef. Like it was
Okay.
like so good. It was like a very, very good steak. And I had it in several different places, and it was all the same. So now I'm just convinced that alpaca is like this magic meat.
Magic meat.
Yeah.
I love that.
And they make a lot of stuff out of the wool too. And so came back with a lot of like alpaca scarves and things. So
Oh, fun.
so what's one travel trend that you wish would disappear? What's something that is kind of irritating for you?
Oh, gosh. Travel trend. I don't know. I think planning your trip through ChatGPT should go away.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. What's the
But
most, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, nothing really comes to mind. I feel like everyone should travel the way that they feel comfortable. Some people love camping. I do not, but it's to each his own.
Yeah, exactly. What's the most like overrated tourist attraction?
Mm. Mm. It could be the Eiffel Tower, but I just love it. I think that I've been there multiple times and I love to have a picnic in front of it. It's just a beautiful, iconic monument. And I think everyone should experience a picnic under the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, that's
But
great.
that's one thing that I know a lot of people would say.
Okay. And what about the most underrated destination or attraction?
Oh, underrated. Underrated. Mexico gets a bad rap, and I hate that. I really do. It's a country that I feel I'm at home in every time I go back, and I hate that they have such a bad rap.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
hospitality is just unmatched, and the people are amazing. The food, the culture, the history.
Yeah. I agree. I love going to Mexico, and I took my kids to Mexico when they were really young. I think Sophia was she wasn't quite 2 yet, and so Quinn wasn't quite 4 yet. It was somewhere around there, 2 and 4. And they had so much fun. It was so easy.
Mm-hmm.
We were at a resort, right? And so we were, safe. It's not like we were leaving those or doing anything crazy. And we just had a really good time. And that was one of my favorite vacations for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you could hand everyone listening right now a plane ticket to one destination tomorrow, where would you send them?
Ooh, I would do Portugal or Ireland.
Those sound great. Those are both on my list, actually.
Nice.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Nina. Well, we have a few minutes left, Jen. Why don't you tell people how they can get a hold of you, what that process looks like, and what happens if they need some help planning some travel?
Yeah, you can head to my website, bonvivanttravelco.com. There's multiple pages there, newly launched website. There is an inquiry form where it comes straight to my inbox, and I would be in contact very soon, within 24 to 48 hours.
All right, perfect. Is there anything else? We have a couple minutes that you want to share or make sure that people know?
Yeah, so I am launching a travel club for women. It is basically going to be very small, intimate groups, like think 6 to 12 women, and just traveling internationally, probably some domestic trips as well. It's basically a trip that you'd want to go on with your bestie, but you don't have to plan a thing. You just have to show up.
That's amazing. I love that. There's probably such a huge market for that.
Mm-hmm. For
Yeah,
sure.
very cool. And I did want to bring up your ribbon cutting. It's tomorrow at 4:30, and it's going to be held at the chamber office. So everyone who's listening, come and support Jen and Bon Vivant tomorrow, 4:30 at the chamber office. We'll cut your ribbon and just celebrate.
Yeah, there'll be wine and cheese.
That's always good. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Jen. It was, I love talking about travel, so this was a pleasure. And people can reach out to you with all of their travel needs.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Yep. Bye, everybody. Have a good rest of your week.
Bye-bye.